relationship with the government.
That's right.
So he says, seek the government of God first, and then seek to stay in line with the government. Do those two things. Don't sin, don't break the law, don't violate the covenants. Stay in line with the government, stay positioned properly, and everything you need will be added to your life.
There's one simple hearing hack anyone can use to improve.
That's the most powerful message of Jesus Christ. That's why his first announcement was, change your thinking. The kingdom of heaven has returned to earth.
So, how do people seek the kingdom?
Exactly what I said. Number one, they got to get to the king.
Absolutely. That's it.
Because the center of a kingdom is a person, not an organization.
Now, hear that. This is the key right here.
A king is the source of a kingdom. It comes out of his very own birthright.
Wow.
So you can first seek the king. That's why Christ says, if you come unto me,
That's right.
then you'll know the kingdom
Absolutely.
of God. One time he told the disciples, he says, the kingdom of God is with you. I mean, he was with them. He said, but it shall be in you later.
That's right.
Why? I'm going to take the spirit of the governor of the kingdom and put him in you later. On the day of Pentecost, he breathed on them. They literally received the kingdom because the kingdom is a person first. Then it is lived out in administration.
I would like you to define the kingdom to someone who may have never heard and understood it. And by the way, let's just be honest. It's lovely here. It's raining a little bit, so we're getting splashed, and
It's
I'm loving
lovely.
it. Just hope it doesn't mess my hair. That's what I'll care about.
No, it won't. What is a kingdom?
I love this. Yes,
First of
please.
all,
define a kingdom,
first let me tell you what it is not.
please.
A kingdom is not a democracy. It is not a religion. And it's not a republic. A kingdom is a governing influence of a king over his territory, impacting it with his will, his purpose, and his intent, producing a citizenry of people who express his culture and reflect his nature.
Wait. One more time. This is too heavy. This is powerful and wealthy. One more time.
Listen carefully.
This is awesome, really.
First, a kingdom is not a religion. I got to say that because we have reduced the Bible to a religion.
Exactly.
A kingdom is not a religion. Secondly, it's not a democracy. So if you're born in the Western world, when you pick up the Bible is in danger because you are going to superimpose your cultural experiences on the book, and the book is not a democracy. Secondly, it is not a republic. That means there's no president in a kingdom. You don't vote a president into power. A kingdom is, and I was born in one, a kingdom is the governing influence of a king over his territory, impacting it with his will,
My God.
his purpose, and his intention.
Listen.
Producing-
will
That's right.
and purpose and
And intent. In other words, a kingdom is affected by the mind of the king, not legislation of a group of people. That's why Jesus said, thy will be done. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. A kingdom is impacted by the personal will of the king. What the king desires, what the king manifests, kingdom manifests. It produces a citizenry. That means people who reflect the culture of the king and manifest the nature of the king.
Now, I want to talk to you about that.
Very important.
Nature.
Yes.
Are you telling me that God Almighty wants His nature in each one of us?
Manifesting. The word nature is the word kabod in Hebrew. Same word as glory.
Hey, I didn't know that. I did not know that, Miles. Really?
You see this little flower here? Yeah, it's an interesting flower. If you get another one of these, you might find a bud somewhere. Let me see if I can find
It's all right.
I'm gonna take it apart. If this flower was a bud, it would be a
Hey,
green
how's it
hard
going,
ball.
everyone? This
Right.
is xsinick. We're back
But this
checking
flower
out,
would be inside that ball. Would you agree?
some more concept art.
So the
What you're hearing in the
glory
background is
of
Dr.
that-
Miles
that
Monroe
ball,
and Benny Hinn
the-
having a
the bud
conversation
would
about
be
the kingdom of
flower.
God. Now, this is the stuff that
This
I
is
actually
the glory
listen to the
means
Bible
full
while I
expression
draw
of the-
art and
it
do
means
stuff
the
like
weight,
this.
the full weight of
You
the
know, a lot of people, you could think of it as
So,
being kind of like
God
medieval
wants to fill the earth
or
with his
fantasy, but
own
this is the stuff that governs my life
glory of
personally. So I
God
have a little bit of
was
music, a
Adam.
little Miles Monroe.
Image means
It's
nature.
a very important
Adam lost that nature
video
when he
describing what a
disobeyed
kingdom
God.
is as far
So
as
the
God
glory has
sees
been
it. So
smothered
I'm
by
listening to
our
some of that
rebellion.
for part of the stream
That's
here
why all
while
over the planet
we're
is
doing
waiting
concept
for
art.
the glory of the
So,
manifestation of the sons of
welcome
God. plant
enjoy the
knew what
ride.
Adam
I'll
used
see
to
you in
look
a
like.
minute. Let's get to
Listen,
concepting.
the animals are weeping. They're saying, why can't we see the true nature of God? Because the nature of God was covered up by the sin of man. That's why Jesus said, I came to reveal the glory of God.
Okay, let's
Then
get
he
right to
said,
it.
"May the earth be filled with the glory, the nature of God." People need to look at us and see what heaven is like just by our lifestyle, our attitude.
Sometimes
our
I like
cultural
listening to
response,
different
our
kind of
disposition.
podcasty
Culture,
type
you said
things, right?
culture,
So
that even
I
the
checked out Joe
culture of
Rogan a few
God.
times. He's kind of interesting.
Talk about
But
that. This is amazing.
yeah, sometimes I might play the Bible on here, or we might listen to just different things, man. Like, you know, stuff that at least
Religion
I got to give you part of me. I
produces
can't give
a
you what
system.
every other streamer is
A
doing. So
kingdom
let's be
produces a culture.
honest with each other here, and let's have some fun, and let's talk about art and enjoy doing art
The kingdom
in whatever way you want to express it,
that
as long as
means
it's,
a lifestyle
you know, as
that
long
is
as it's
natural.
good and wholesome,
That's why
right?
God
So
really hates the law.
to some degree, some degree. But the funniest thing, I'm actually creating bad guys for the game that I'm working on. So this is what you're gonna see.
So they become a natural
Enough
lifestyle.
talking. Let's
See,
go.
we're
Let's
supposed
start
to love one another
concepting.
because it's our culture, not because he told us. We're supposed to forgive our enemy, not because we are under guilt, but because it's our culture. In other words, in our kingdom, it's our culture to love our enemies. It's just what we do. It's our culture to give. If we got to force people to give to this ministry, they are still religious. But if they are in the culture of heaven, and they're part of the kingdom of God's citizenship, and they see that you as an ambassador represent their country, heaven, taking the good news of the kingdom around the world, then giving to you becomes a cultural act, not a force act.
Wow.
That's why giving is such a pressure, such a depression in local church, because it's a religion. Giving is supposed to be natural.
So you're saying religion is bondage?
Absolutely. Listen, the
Religion
number
is
one
bondage.
opposition of Jesus Christ on earth
Was
was
religion.
never sinners.
Wow.
Religious people.
I rest
That
my
is
case.
crazy.
He never woed or rebuked or damned any sinner. But he woed and damned religious people. Why?
Wow.
Let me read scripture for you. He said in Matthew chapter 20, he says, "You Pharisees and scribes, you lock the kingdom up in men's faces. You will not enter, neither would you allow those who want to enter.
Wow.
Quote that again. He was talking to religious leaders. He said, you Pharisees and teachers of the law, you lock the kingdom up in men's faces. That means you didn't want to talk about it. He says, and you don't want to enter it.
Wow.
Then he says, you are also
Okay, so
preventing
let's
those
see
who
here.
want
So
to enter. How? By giving them religion. Religion
get it.
is
Jump
the
in
greatest
here.
opposition to the kingdom. It's the greatest threat to the kingdom because religion attempts to substitute itself for the kingdom of God.
Therefore,
Wow.
religion is not of
That is
God.
crazy.
Religion, God was never religious. Jesus Christ was not a religious man.
So it's satanic, you're saying?
But you know, you got to conclude that just by what you're thinking. You see,
Wow.
anything that keeps you out of the kingdom of God is anti-God. Jesus never joined a religious group.
That's right.
He never became a part of the Sanhedrin Council. And when they even
That's
arrested
right.
him and put him before the Sanhedrin Council, he never answered a word. Why? That was a religious trial. He's not a religious man. He
Wow.
didn't speak until he went
My
before
God.
Pilate, because now he's talking about kingdom.
He just
Wait,
blew
wait,
Benny
say
Hinn
that
mind right there.
He
When
spoke
they-
before Pilate, but not before the
Right. When
Sanhedrin.
they arrested him, the religious leaders arrested Jesus.
Yeah,
They put him on trial that night.
Correct.
He didn't answer them. Why?
that's right.
Wrong courtroom. He's a king. He's not a priest.
But
He's
he
not a religious
answered
leader.
Pilate, though.
He went before
Wow.
the
Hey, let's
kingdom.
do this guy, this first guy that I
Oh,
wrote
my
down to.
Lord.
So when Pilate asked him, are you a king?
Brother, I gotta stand up and give a little praise here. But
So
this is
Pilate asked him,
amazing.
Pilate asked him a question.
Wow.
Benny. He says, are you a king? Jesus, I can talk now. He
Whoa,
says,
whoa, whoa,
he
whoa,
says,
whoa,
he
whoa,
says,
whoa,
not only
whoa,
am I a
whoa.
king, for this reason was I born, he says. And he says, my
Wow.
kingdom didn't come from
That
the earth.
is
It came to the earth,
mind-blowing.
but it's not from the earth.
It's interesting that the high priest Caiaphas had to adjure him by God to
Absolutely.
speak, and only then did he answer him.
Absolutely.
While the whole time he was quiet.
It was
But
the
when
wrong courtroom.
Pilate comes
Wow.
Let me tell you something that may amaze
to
you.
him, that is really amazing.
Jesus said he couldn't find great faith nowhere in Israel. Do you know where he found it?
Military.
A kingdom man, a centurion.
That's right.
Wow.
Who's the Lord to
He
speak
was
the
a
word.
Roman. He was a Roman.
Wow.
Why? He was thinking kingdom. See, in a religion, you got to appease your gods by giving them gifts.
Man, this
In
is
a
awesome.
kingdom, you demand things because you are a citizen.
So you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about stocks, real estate.
Ads, of course. Okay, let's skip that. Come on, man. Let's hear the rest of this. This is about
Members
to
work on emotions.
coming on to the end
Citizens
here.
work on rights.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Say that again. Members.
They get things done through emotional feeling. That's why we cry, we cry out to God, oh please God, and we never get answers. A citizen doesn't cry before a court or before a judge. They
What?
make demands based on a constitution. So when a soldier spoke to Jesus, he was dealing with constitutional power. So Jesus says, I've never seen anyone who understood the kingdom like this man, not even in Israel. But they keep long prayers, begging, much speaking. He said, this man just simply said, look, if you're a king, your word is law. If you speak, it becomes law. My servant will be healed. Christ said, this is kingdom thinking.
I cannot contain myself. I'm sorry. I'm trying
Let
to
me give you
behave
one more
here.
point. This one is-
Wow.
I don't
There's
know.
no such
I can't
thing.
handle it.
This is nuts.
Well, we got to get this right, Pastor.
Please say it.
There's no such thing as
Dude, I
being a
totally
member
gotta like
of
send
a-
this. I gotta send this to a friend.
You're right.
You can only be a member of a religion.
Wow.
So true.
You are
One
a
second, guys.
citizen of a country. See, you can dismember someone, but you can't de-citizenize them.
How right.
That's why the Bible says our citizenship is in
It's in
heaven.
heaven, exactly.
A king doesn't have members of his country. He has citizens of his country.
We got to talk more about this tomorrow, and the concepts of the kingdom. We're almost out of time.
Oh,
Oh,
hallelujah.
Jesus, we give
I
you
get
praise.
excited.
Can you believe what you just heard here? I mean, you're saying basically church membership doesn't exist in the Bible.
it doesn't exist. When Paul refers, Jesus never used the word member. Never.
amazing.
When Paul was using an allegory, he said we are a part of a community, just like the body is a part of the body. That's
So
what
when,
he said.
when someone says, well, how many members do you have in your church?
And that's a serious question.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's an illegal question. You never say to anyone, how many citizens do you have in your organization?
My God.
Because citizens don't belong to a pastor, they belong to a government.
Listen, we're stirring people up, I'm sure already, and causing many to question. But this is powerful, and it's in the Bible. I mean,
Absolutely.
Jesus never spoke about members.
Absolutely. And this is why, for those who are watching us today, the reason why their prayers are not being answered, even getting healed, is because they believe they get emotional enough, God will feel sorry for them. But you don't get healed because God feels sorry for you. You get healed because that woman who went before the
You're going
judge.
to talk about this tomorrow because about members get emotional. I love it. I've never heard that before. Now, all right, listen.
Whoa.
These two.
Tell me about all these incredible books you
This
have.
is the first one everybody should get. It's called Rediscovering
Rediscover.
the Kingdom.
Okay, great.
This one teaches you about the 26 concepts of a kingdom. Everyone should read this book to reconnect to a kingdom mindset.
Wow. That is crazy. So, yeah, man, learning about kingdoms and kings and the Bible is full of it, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're on here. I mean, when I say full of it, it's full of that examples of that sort of thing, right? Princes and kings and a god and it's epic. And imagine, we could be part of that one day. This is what I live for, right? This game that I'm working on is biblical, right? So it is set in a biblical future where Satan comes back and tries to win the world over again, right? Kind of like what he's doing now. So, and what happens then? It's not going to have too much of a. It's not going to be like this world is too much of a fight. It's going to be annihilation from angels and, the story of the game is about to be revealed. So that'll probably be another episode coming up. But for now, we're creating some bad guys, and bad guys. People in this world like to make them look cool, and we can make them look cool. And the good guys, though, in this game that you guys haven't seen yet, also look cool. So at least the good guy, the character that you play, I think looks cool. As a matter of fact, if you look in a couple of videos back, you'll see me playing the demo I've built up of the game. So, and you see there's a green person and you play like a green robotic suit, and there's a woman, there's a girl inside of there, there's a woman inside of there, and she has red hair, and I have another lady who is black, and I have a guy who's also black, and he has like big curly hair, and it's like a group of characters, and hopefully I have the enough programming skill where I could program and you could select which one you want to play with. That'll be awesome. I think I have a good idea of how to instance whatever character you want into the game. So as far as game development, that goes like that. Yeah, so I'm sorry guys, I just gotta send somebody something real quick and we'll jump into. So what do I have in it? Let's put a little bit of music on here. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're back. So I have a military industrial soldier robot. Um, wearing a cape. Holding a weapon. I don't want to say like a gun or something, let's put it like weapon. That has cables coming out of it. Okay, this is really descriptive, right? More descriptive than we have been in the past couple other instances there. I think my music just quit on me. Let's see here. I gotta pull up Okay, let's try this again. Let's get a little music. Okay, so, wow. Okay, seems like we should be back on track here with some tunes. Okay, we're back. So let's see here. So coming out of it, cables coming out, the cables attached to it, but weapon with cables attached to it. That's better. And so the robot with a skull face. Skull painted face. Okay, now I want to try to like, just drop some color in here. I'll put a colorful, futuristic. Okay, and then what else we want to do here? Put clean lines. Hard surface shading. How about intricate detail? Intricate details. There's an eye in there. Let's start to put some rendering stuff here. So I put Unreal, V-Ray, 3D rendering. Oh, let's try. How about model. If I put miniature, like the details might be big and it might look as detail. How about 3D? Yeah. But high detail. Dramatic lighting. Okay, so let's see what else. Dramatic lighting. So I'll put cinematic in there. Okay, so negative prompts. I'll put what we don't want, compression artifacts. Low resolution. But high resolution. I'll put ARI. Let me see if that works. I'm gonna add that to my dictionary. That should be in my dictionary already. Cinematic photography. I'll put in focus. High resolution in focus. What about aerial perspective? Let's look up aerial perspective. I want to make sure I'm using the right terminologies here. What is? Atmospheric perspective. That's what I thought. So aerial perspective is atmospheric perspective. That's what we want. Now let's see here. Low resolution. I'll put wobbly. Lines. Straight, clean, hard edge. So this should work. Turn the thing down a bit in my headphones. Okay, so yeah, this should work somewhat. Let's give it a spin. I want some color. I'll put colorized. Let's put colorized. And I'll put what is colorized. Red. Green. We should go with a team with these guys. Red, green. Let's put blue. High saturation. Let's see if this works, guys. So we have a whole bunch of descriptions and you have clarity on there. Go into my settings. I'm gonna take a quick little peek. Let's go into like these extra networks here. Yep, we have that going. Here we have automatic on. I'm gonna go the full strength with that. Okay, let's see what we get when we hit and I want to change this. Instead of going like all the way there, I'm gonna go 3 on that. Excuse me. Let's go. Okay, so that was some description there. Okay, so it did some stuff here. Let's take a look. Ooh, look what it did. I kind of like this one. I like the square shoulders of this guy. It's totally jacking the gun up. Not bad. It's trying to do the scarf. Yeah, it's handling the scarf here. Okay, I wanted to obey the prompt a little more, so I'm gonna go drop this down to 2.5, and let's see. Let's go 10.5. Let's go 10.5. Can I do this? Can I? Let's see. Red, green, and blue. Let's see what we get. Let's hit it again. Okay, ducking back in the clarity is a little bit better. Yeah, definitely. And the skull face, skull head. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop this into InPaint. It normally does that, so go back into InPaint, and we're just gonna highlight just this guy by himself. Just say, oh, only work on this part. Don't want to strain too much in doing other stuff. Okay, let's hit it off and see. Now that we have all the power, the computing power focusing just on that region, I'm just gonna go over here and look over these settings again. I'm gonna drop the sampling steps back down to 20. I'm gonna put this up to 11. I want it to really obey that. I think everything else here should be okay. We could possibly change this here. Let's go DMP plus. Okay, let's go. Okay, look like we got something here. Okay, so it did some sort of variation. Let's raise the render up and see what we get. If you go 40 on that, what happens? Twice the amount. Right now we're rendering low just to see. Yeah. Okay, gives it a little bit of something. I'm going to let's give it a little more control. 3.5. Okay, it's doing something now. Don't know if I like that. Hold on. Let's try this here. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's totally giving it something different. Wow. So that's just changing the sampler. Let's try this sampler here. Okay, that is keeping the... Okay, what if I do a futuristic, military, industrial, it says soldier, let's put robot. Robot with his skull head wearing a cape over shoulders. Holding a weapon with cables attached to it. I'll get rid of clean lines because I tend to mess with stuff a little bit. Hard surface shading. I'll put colorful again. Just colorful hard surface shading. Okay, it seems like I'm losing the head a little bit there. So instead of 3.5, let's go 3. Instead of 11, let's go 10. And instead of rendering all the way up like that, let's go back to 25. See what we got. I maybe wasn't loose enough with this guy, that's what's up. Okay, so this this right here is not working. Let's go back to Euler A or Euler A. I'm gonna dock back this, gonna go to 2, seeing that it does that, let's surrender it again. Okay, so I think maybe DMP2 keeps the look of it. Let's go back again. I like what I'm getting in terms of the squareness of the robot. Yeah, see, it keeps more or less the look of it. Let's give it more control. Yeah, it's really starting to destroy it at a point. But the thing about the Euler, it's giving it more. Let's go back. Let's go regular Euler instead of Euler ancestral. It's giving it like more variation, even though it's destroying like the look. Go back to Euler ancestral. Let's try DMP2 ancestral. If I put this here at colorize, if I put it in brackets also, would that do something? Let's see. Kind of like a little bit what it's doing. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's go 35. See what that does. Yeah, so that's definitely over rendering. Let's hit down to 20 then. 20. don't think that is as good as I think it is. Let's try this. LMS Keras. LMS Keras. Let's see. That was quick. Okay. It's keeping some of the stuff. Let's go 3 in that. Let's tune the steps up to 30. Let's do it again. Okay, let's stick with this for now, and it's an industrial military robot with, let's go. I put and small hands. Let's get rid of Ari Cinemat. Let's get rid of Ari. He probably doesn't know what that is. Instead, aerial perspective, I could put shallow depth of field. Wearing a up the silk flowing. So cape, let's put shallow depth of field instead. Okay, that's it. The only thing is like it really like softens up and gives it like an organic thing. So let's see, maybe I don't go, let's just try straight LMS. Oiler wasn't bad, might go back to that, but let's just try straight LMS and see what happens. Yep. Woo! That got destroyed. Wow. Let's try this. Let's try dropping it back to 2. Maybe I needed to lighten them up a bit. Maybe it's a bit dark. So let's, no harm in going backward and doing that and digging. Okay, here we are. Let's just lighten them up a bit. Let's add just like a few little dark hints. Next, so I think this is better. Let's save this. Saving. Okay, so I'm gonna drop him back in. Yep. And send this to end paint. Oh, what did? Okay. Yeah, this is not doing that kind of job. Let's just run this through. Let's run this through like this and see what this gets without isolating the painting. Without isolating the art. Let's go. Okay, let's see what we got. With an in focus head. Okay, let's I'm gonna isolate the. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna leave the head out for a minute. I think it will affect the face at some point. Let's run this and see what we got. Okay. Which one is this again? Let's go back to you, to oiler. Kind of like what it's doing with the scarf and stuff a little bit. Let's go 9 on that. So 3 on that. Let's render that again. If I remove cinematic photography, maybe. Yeah, I don't like the results of this. Let's go back. Yeah, this is hands down gonna be better. Let's just stick with this guy. Okay, let's raise the resolution. Here's that to 10. Only masked. I'll just cover up these little bitties right here. Just generate that. Okay, I'm liking the results of this. It's not perfect, but it's, you know, it's kind of rendering out what I already have, kind of, I guess. Let's see if I add more, do I have like straight edges, straight lines? Let's take out V-Ray. It seems to be obeying the mask. If I drop the steps to 20, let's just see this. And I raise this to 12. Do we start to get some sort of color happening here or what? I'm gonna look up stable diffusion color black and white. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, I often colorize manga pages into realistic photos using the additional prompts after integrating prompts from clip. High quality, high detail, fine. Prompting color to the cloth objects. Okay, so I probably will want to put like colors in there rather than saying colorize, because it doesn't know what to colorize, right? Get clean back. It said colorize. What color of a silk cape should he have? Let's give him a red silk cape. What color robot? Let's do olive green. So we have to give it colors. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, this works. You just add in colors there. Purple, gray, blue, pink, orange, brown. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's do this. Go. Okay, so I like this. I want to see what is going to give me that color. Let's just save one of these. Not this guy. Not that guy. I think this guy. Save. Not the best, but good enough. Straight definitely works. I put clean. Attached. How about instead of clean, I put detailed? Let's go see just scale of 9. Let's see what we got. Let's make all this lowercase. This is giving us a cleaner result. Okay, let's see. Skull head. Put red. Over its. Let's just leave over shoulders. It should understand what that is. Take out shallow depth of field. You don't need that in here. Okay, let's hit that another render. So I notice if I draw these things too much, it tends to not bode too well. Let's take a look. I think this is a better result, guys. This guy sucks. This guy looks pretty cool. Save that guy. Alright, so what I was gonna do, stick with 9.5. 3 is fine, not changing that. I'm gonna go samples 25. I think this is the thing. Just gonna hit a render one more on that just to see. Try GMP2 by itself. You can literally look at this and probably change right before our eyes. Yes, it did. We got rid of the skull head. Okay, so this definitely changed the character. So I'm gonna leave it to these settings. I'm gonna save, and then we're gonna bring them together, and and that's the one thing, like I like this as a tool using the AI art as a tool and not as like, you know, for the finals of your art. Sometimes it could kind of do that, but then other times, you know, it's not like that. And I think it could also change as they do more to it and probably get even more accurate and even better. But for now, you know, it's a nice tool, and that's, I think, the way people just gotta treat it, you know, and not threaten artists and other people who livelihood like myself depends on, you know, being able to produce, you know, good drawings or special effects, or just being able to use a computer to get your art done, you know. And even comic book artists, you know, I also feel myself a little bit of that comic artist, but you know, also they you know, they too have to be able to make a living. Give me 1 second, guys, I'll be right back. Okay. I'm just gonna take a look at what we got so far. I think I was kind of stray from the dead head a little bit. It's a little too on the nose, you know, so we'll see. I'm gonna try a different model. Kind of like what this anime one is doing to it a little bit. I'm gonna save this one. Maybe give it a little more rendering, you know. Sorry guys, I'm kind of eating some lunch, I'm sorry. Some breakfast, lunch, brunch. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna see if I could get some of this anime stuff into the general style of what the characters. I'm gonna go into view. Counterfeit. Apply. It's going to decide we're realistic. And let's see if they'll affect anything. Technically supposed to. If you're supposed to analyze the common things that it likes to focus on and then add that. So I'm hoping it does it in an anime way. I dare say it might be doing that. Yeah, this is a lot better. That's a no, that's a no. Let's pick that one. Okay, let's try with a lovely clarity. Don't know if clarity is good. Let's continue. trying out different ones. Shout out this Disney. So we're just going through trying different models, guys. So that's what we're doing. Hey, Dream Shaper actually gave us a pretty decent result. Let's try another one. Okay, I like certain little elements of this one. I like the end of the scarf here, maybe. I like what it's doing with the nozzle a little bit there. It's keeping some, trying to keep some of the stripes I put in there. They give him 2 skull heads. I don't know why I did that, but pretty interesting. I think I'll save this one. And let's try this. So some of them did the kind of cape scarf really well. Some of them did the gun perfect. Some of them did the arms better. So we could grab and mix and match, like like what we did in the past with some of these. Yes, this is the last one that we're trying. So, just so that you know, guys, I want to show you guys that I have some games on here that I could play with you, the viewer. Right after this, right after we finish letting the AI render this thing out, I'm gonna jump in and show you guys some of the games. I at least have 2 games that if you join me while I'm streaming, you will be able to play games, and it's a streaming game, and you'll see. We'll do it. Let's generate this again. I think it quit on me. Yeah, so it's complaining. So let me see if I could flush. If I could flush the cache here. Oh, maybe the counterfeit is turning it off. Let's go back to automatic. Apply. Let's try it now. Still alright. Okay, let's try it now. It may be complaining about this. I could be complaining about the sampling. Let's change the sampling to like EULA A and see what happens. So, EULA A. Nope. Back to DMP2. And I'm going to turn this down to 512 and see what it does. $320, okay. On time, output shape 320 by 320 does not match the broadcast shape. You get no clue what that means. Okay. Let's see, 74. Excuse me, let me have to reload the model again. 74. I may have to offload the LoRa. I never heard it before. Let's in the system here. like counterfeit. Good, like counterfeit, okay. Apparently it really didn't like the one I was passing it through. Let's see what it did. Yeah, it's not bad. I like what it did with the feet. It gave it some different feet. Interesting. Somewhat interesting. I kind of like what it did with the scarf over here. That's kind of exactly what I wanted. But we could roll with whatever, you know, things they come up with also. Let's give it another try. Let's see. Yeah, but anything with this counterfeit anime stuff is gonna kick butt. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this feels more solid to me. I don't know why. Yeah, look at this. Isn't that interesting? Okay, let's look for the most interesting looking one. I like the arm on that one. The way it's doing the flowing scarves and all that, I like that. Let's see if these two, let's see if this here and this here, this is a no. Probably not so much this one. Yeah, let's see if this one. Okay, I think we got all of them. All that we'll ever need. Okay, so we got this guy. That guy. I like the face that it did at the end here. And someone interpreted the spiral things. I like the way it made a little see-through back here. See-through. And, you know, a little bit of the gun. Arm is not bad. This here, I like how it did the scarf also to try to give it some kind of detail. Cables look kind of decent. These cables look decent too. This is real anime, right? I like the shape of the arm here, like the boink boink wedge. I like the wedge. I like the shapes of the arms. You know, real wedged it out. Okay, so with this, what I'll probably do is to go through each one and kind of like highlight the things about each one that I like. Bring those elements as much as I can. I like the feet also here, and bring the elements into. I kind of like this one more because it kind of had the head off center and all that. So it's maybe to use the other elements to make this one seem more realistic. That could be a thing. Even like the waist a little bit. Yeah, the waist and the others kind of suck. Yeah, but this waist and chest is kind of cool. Alright, so yeah, maybe this guy is the base, and we start adding all the realistic elements in and kind of getting them to line up with how this one is. I think this is the winner. I just hit render again on this one just to see what we get. Yeah, it seems like it's doing better with that counterfeit in there. Nope. Yeah, this one's a no. That's a no. This one is kind of cool. Yeah. I'll just save this guy just in case. Save him. Add him to the repertoire. Okay, yeah. So alright guys, so I'll come back on a little later to make another video of me combining this stuff and getting it rendered, you know, making it look nice and stuff. Or maybe the next we'll come back in and we'll do the other guys. I gotta take a little break. I know probably you do too. It's been pretty fun coming back in on this and getting this going again. I'll see you guys in a little bit, alright? xsinick out. Take it easy. Oh yeah, and when I come back I'll show you guys the games that I was talking about. That too.